Namaste, everybody. This is Shayna Hiller from Build Your Personal Yoga Business. And today I'd like to talk about where to start teaching yoga. I've been receiving this question from a few people here on YouTube, and I'd like to shed some light. If you have a desire to become a yoga teacher, if you're a new yoga teacher and wondering perhaps, all right, so I'm a yoga teacher, now what? And where do I start? I think it's really important to consider. When I graduated from my yoga teacher training 11 years ago, my goal was to teach at some of the best studios, to have prime time slots, and to sell out yoga classes. And what I learned the hard way is that for me, it didn't happen overnight, which makes sense. And so instead of giving up because I didn't know how to access my ultimate goal, I needed to start somewhere. And I started teaching yoga at a women's fitness center, getting paid $20 a class. And it's funny because it was literally at a gym, and the floor of this fitness center was like those squishy mats. Like, it wasn't a wood floor, it was just squishy gym mats. So not a yoga studio. But I had some of the most regular, loving, grateful clients because yoga was something new at this particular facility. And my classes actually at the time were so full. So for me to actually be able to have the experience, to gain more and more experience teaching yoga, more exposure to people who perhaps otherwise wouldn't even try yoga, was actually valuable. So even though I wasn't necessarily making a lot of money in the beginning, I was getting a lot of experience. So gyms are an amazing way because, let's face it, there are gyms and fitness centers pretty much on every corner. They're becoming like Starbucks these days. But they're an amazing way, even if it's not your long-term goal, even if your goal is to teach at yoga studios or to run workshops or retreats or whatever it may be, just know that it takes time to build. And especially if you don't know if you have the confidence yet, or if you're not sure, or if you're feeling a little bit nervous or anticipating teaching, I suggest actually starting at a place like a gym where perhaps there's less pressure in terms of, showing up fully, especially when you're new. This is going to give you the opportunity to discover your voice and to get more feedback from students. And it's an incredible way to keep practicing teaching instead of just sitting back and waiting for your ultimate goal. I've been teaching yoga for 11 years, and honestly, from the beginning to now, it literally is like a gradual ascension upward. And I don't teach at gyms anymore. I teach at one gym, but it's Equinox, and it's a different quality of facility. But if I hadn't taught at those gyms and gotten paid $20 or $30 to teach a yoga class, I would not have the confidence to be where I am now. So trust the process is one big thing. Another option for where to start teaching yoga is also to, first of all, get clear with your goals and your desires. So for me, my goal was eventually to teach at popular yoga studios, and that's what I'm doing now. So I started at gyms to gain experience. But what's your desire? Is your desire to teach public yoga classes at all? Is it to teach private yoga, corporate yoga, a specific type of yoga? So just know it's important to get clear with what your actual motive is in general, so you don't feel stuck, confused, or lost, because teaching yoga is a complex career path, even though it's an amazing career path, but there are many branches, on this journey, and you can really choose which direction you go instead of feeling like you're being pulled in all directions. But regardless, you can also gain experience when you first embark on this journey by teaching friends and family. Put together a yoga class in your backyard, or rent out a space nearby your home and invite friends, invite family, and either do it free of charge or for a donation, a small donation. And again, this is all for you to have the experience of starting to teach so that you have the confidence to go out there and really get what you truly desire as your journey progresses and evolves. So Teaching at gyms is an amazing way to start. Local yoga studios is great, especially studios that you frequent. So yoga studios where your face is known. I wouldn't necessarily suggest walking into a random yoga studio a week after you graduate your yoga teacher training. I mean, you can, more power to you. Go in there with all your courage. But if it doesn't happen, don't be discouraged. So go to places that people know you already. Let them know, hey, listen, I just graduated from my yoga teacher training, or I'm new to teaching and I'd love to sub. You know me, I come here a lot. I'd love to start subbing. Subbing at yoga studios is also a wonderful way to start teaching yoga. And subs usually, if you're consistent, evolve into full-time teaching slots. So again, trust the journey. Teaching at yoga studios, subbing at yoga studios that you already go to, teaching at gyms and fitness centers, doing some research to find some near you, and teaching friends and family so you can exercise your muscle of yoga teacher, because if you don't use it, you lose it. I hope this inspires you. Feel free to subscribe to this channel to get more tips on how to grow your personal yoga business. If you have any questions, please send me a message or comment below and I will answer you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.